this episode, we are going to be trying out a unique flavored Chinese Lay's that I got from 99 Ranch. And the flavor is going to be spicy crayfish flavor. So let's dig into some Nosh facts just to see exactly what crayfish is. Crayfish are freshwater crustaceans resembling small lobsters, which are their cousins. In some parts of the United States, they are also known as crawfish, crawdaddies, crawdads, freshwater lobsters, mountain lobsters, mudbugs, or yabbies. With approximately 500 crayfish species in the world, over 350 of these species live in the United States. They are commonly 3 to 4 inches long and breathe through feather-like gills and walking legs with small claws at the end. Some species are found in brooks and streams where fresh water is running, while others thrive in swamps, ditches, and paddy fields. Crawfish are a part of Cajun culture dating back hundreds of years. In 1983, Louisiana designated the crayfish as its official state crustacean. The state produces 100 million pounds of crawfish per year, with the red swamp and white river crawfish being the main species harvested. The edible parts of this sea creature include the outer shell roe, with the claws, tails, and legs typically considered the most desirable parts as they contain the majority of the meat. While the claws have a mild and sweet taste with a smooth texture, the tails are a bit thicker and tougher to chew. Although crawfish is typically grouped with seafood, it does not have a strong natural flavor like many other delicacies in this group. Crawfish meat tastes similar to a combination of crab, lobster, and shrimp, with a slight saltiness and a little sweetness with a bit of mineral flavor. The taste of crawfish ultimately depends on which parts you're eating and how it's prepared. Traditionally prepared crayfish often includes Cajun seasoning, which infuses the meat with notes of paprika, cayenne, garlic, oregano, and other ingredients. I do love crayfish or crawfish, especially when it comes to the big bags of seafood boils, the crab, the clams, the potato, the corn, and the crawfish. So delightful and so delicious. They're like these little tiny nuggets that are similar to like lobster, shrimp, crab, all the goodness combined into one tiny shellfish. So I wonder if these chips will actually taste like the crayfish itself. So let's get to it. So I have in my hand these Lay's Spicy Crayfish flavored chips. And there is a very enlarged version of what a crayfish looks like with their little meaty claws, and then some spices all around it, and then some of the chips, nothing too crazy in terms of packaging. In the back, there's a lot of various types of ingredients, including potato, vegetable oil, some spicy crayfish seasonings, which includes MSG, and soy sauce, and chili powder, and onion powder, and a lot of Szechuan powder. So a lot of ingredients I cannot pronounce, and some ingredients that I can tell what they are. So let's open it up and see how they taste. Ooh, opening the bag, I smell a lot of smells. So when I look at the chip, it is your flaky, crispy Lay's potato chips, and there are little specks of salt and maybe MSG crystals and some seasonings and flavorings as well, but not as heavily seasoned as I would think it would be. But let's smell it and see what we think. Oh, it actually smells like curry or curry powder. So it actually has curry powder smell. So very interesting. I wasn't really expecting that at all. I was expecting a little bit more of a seafood type of smell or five spice type of smell. So this is very interesting. All right, so let's try it out and see what we think. Incredible. It actually tastes like crayfish. Very specifically like that particular shellfish. It has like a little sweetness to it, and they nailed the shellfish flavor so well. And I love there's like a little bit of heat, but not too overpowering of some of these chilies. And even though it smells like curry powder, it actually has a little subtle hint of curry in it. I love the combination of the flavors here. It's almost tasting like a little bit of a dish. Really flavorful and really good. The texture of the chip as a Lay's potato chips definitely tastes a little bit of the potatoey type of taste. Actually not too greasy when I put it in my mouth. So the texture along with the crayfish taste is really good. If you are not a seafood lover though, then this might be a little bit too seafoody for you. But if you do love seafood, especially crayfish, I would highly recommend these chips. So with that, I would give these chips a NoshFinder rating of 5 out of 5. If you want to challenge your palate or step up your snack game, be sure to check out all my other videos too. And if you want to check me out on the daily, be sure to follow me on Instagram. See y'all next time.